scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny. This is C. We have in front of us today.
Sorry, I gotta say, I think it's worth mentioning that we're wearing shorts. Like I have a no shorts policy, but we are, in a heat wave here.
And I've been known to wear tank tops once in a while on the show. Yeah. I've tried to make it a little bit like normal.
You've tried to formalize the tank top? But yeah, we're in a heat wave, and so we're in the Trenny and C studio. The whiskey's nice and warm. I actually think that
it's like the opposite of winter when it's too cold.
Yeah, I think actually whiskey's at its pinnacle when it's got just a little bit of warmth there.
It's room temp.
I don't recommend microwaving it, but
But our room temperature right now is like 35 degrees.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anyways, we're gonna get one of those comments where fast forward to minute 5:50 for them to try.
Fair
so
enough.
What we have today is we have been sponsored for this month by Highland Park. You guys, as our Dram Club members, are getting a treat because we have a bunch of cool Highland Parks.
Yeah, we've got 4 really great Highland Parks, and we're starting off with what can, I guess, only be considered the entry-level Highland Park single malt, which is the Magnus here. And depends if you like the black bottle. We've said time and time again that we do have a beef with the black bottle for a couple of reasons.
Well, you can't see how much liquid's in it.
For one, you can't see how much liquid's in it. Stylistically, I don't know. Highland Park's kind of gone to the extreme with their various. What do you got there? Oh, you're going back to the old school, eh?
I personally really liked this style because it still had the a bit of that Viking thing going on, but I just liked the straight up. Bourbon kind of style bottle.
But
I liked that. That was good. That's classic. That's very classy.
But are we just a couple of old men groaning about the olden days now?
Again, fast forward to minute 5 and something.
Hold on.
No, they've changed their marketing. It's fine.
Okay.
And actually, we've complained about it for a couple of years now, so it's not even new, really.
No, these complaints aren't new.
No. And they're not listening to us. It hasn't changed. So.
Yeah, they even sponsored us. They don't care. But you do love the cork
and twist.
The cork and twist.
Because really, for collectors out there, you got the cork and twist. That's staying good forever.
There you go.
It's just corked and twisted.
Step above.
Yeah. So. Again,
and who cares about the bottle? Let's drink it.
Let's talk about what's in the bottle.
Yeah. So, let's get after it a bit.
So Highland Park is it's widely known as one of my favorite single malts.
It's widely known.
The world knows it pretty well.
I thought you were going to talk about the Orkney Islands and stuff, but it's widely known as my favorite. Okay.
The Orkney Islands know it well as one of my favorites.
Right. It's one of the island malts.
But anyhow, this one is one of my personal, first getting into the single malt world. So it has a place in my heart. But we've talked about how over the years you get to know more whiskey and you get to know what you like and what you don't like. And so it stayed consistent. The only thing I think we've complained about is the bottle style.
And some of the the Viking stuff, but
some of those
you know what,
but
you gotta have a marketing ploy.
Let's get to the point here. This being entry level, this is the one that
a reasonably priced entry level single malt
for sure. Nice color. Let's get to the nose here.
Actually, and Highland Park is famous for its just mild peated, just a nice minimal smoke, which is a nice characteristic to have in a Scotch.
Totally.
This
and
here,
a touch of petroleum kind of thing, but this is
on
quite
the nose.
caramelly
I
and
actually
toffee-ish.
really like the nose.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to kind of put aside all of your previous thoughts on something and actually dig into it for what it is.
Start from scratch.
And the nose is really quite toffee caramels and sweet and honey, and
it's got a nice vanilla, but then it has that Scotch honey heather kind of thing
Yeah,
going
and that underlying smoke kind of peat thing that we talk about, but
maybe a tiny bit of that kind of like rubberiness, like
a little plasticky. Yeah. This is a pretty nice nose, honestly. Like
really nice
I think
nose,
you're gonna get especially a new Scotch drinker. You're gonna get a different experience than say buying a Glenlivet 12 or whatever. Not saying that's bad.
No,
but it's a totally different experience for an entry level.
Glenlivet's a good example because Glenlivet has a couple of their own entry levels. They have the Captain's Reserve,
the Founders or Captain's.
Founders Reserve, Captain's Reserve, and then other entry level single malts. You've got like Deanston Virgin Oak. You've got this one here. This is probably the only one that brings that. Maybe not the only one. I shouldn't say that, but one of the ones that comes to mind that brings a little bit of smokiness.
Yeah, it just kind of shows you a different realm.
Like at a reasonable price.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's get to the taste.
Nice fruitiness.
Again, 40%. It starts off with that fruitiness. It kind of ends with a bit of that
soft smokiness.
Soft smoke, yeah.
Okay, I gotta get back in there. One thing that's nice is that it's got like a 6-7 sweetness.
Yeah, like the sweet is actually relatively high.
And what did we say? What percent?
40%.
It's 40%. It's really drinkable. It's actually right now. I'm feeling like it's very crushable.
Yeah, totally. Like, it's with that 40%.
Sessionable.
Yeah, sessionable. But 40% and it higher in the sweet level compared to probably some of the other Highland Park offerings. Like. There's nothing wrong with this. You're not gonna. I personally think like you're not going to. You're not breaking the bank to get this bottle, and you're just like us. We're I would say seasoned. Whiskey drinkers by this point, and right now, nothing wrong with it.
I'm actually really liking it. Now I remember the first time I tried Magnus, like not loving it.
Yeah.
Because I remember it being like a little bit too kind of like. Hot for what it was supposed. There was like a hot 40%. Like either it's gotten better or I've evolved. Like I don't know.
Well,
but
and also keep in mind like every day is different for a whiskey drinker. You know, you might love something one day and then not feeling it as much the next day, and you're like really like wanting to feel it again.
But I still feel like for the most part you are into the things you're into and you're not. And I feel like I wasn't into this, and I feel like I've either come full circle on it or they've improved it maybe. Like it's not hot or harsh at all.
No. It actually like finishes like it starts to dry out and get those oaky kind of flavors on the on the finish, which is like another aspect of single malt whiskey that you learn to love, you know? So
it's got a soft mellowness, and then like just right at the end is a little bit of a oaky cask, leathery something.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
I don't mind that at all.
Anyway, I think it's a good starting point. I mean, we've got 3 more levels to go up. So if we're starting here, I mean, things are looking promising.
Awesome. We look forward to it.
So thank you, Highland Park, and click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell a friend.
Totally. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Trenny and C.